We all love our heroic MCs. However, what if we made them into villains? And that is the goal of this series. And what if Deku was a villain? Yeah, soldiers, it's boy MC's continuing video, and this is What If Deku Was a Villain, the finale. Finally, after so long, this finale is being uploaded, and after this, I'm probably going to upload the movie. But yeah, this should be fun. Before I get into it, shout out to you guys for watching the video. And if you haven't seen part 3 or the series in general, check out the playlist, and part 3 will be linked in the description. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the finale. Last time we left off, where we saw Deku and Shiggy ready to declare war. There have been mass preparations that have been taken, part of them being the recruitment of Overhaul, and another part being the League of Villains progression as well. Shigaraki had to go through the arc went through a little bit earlier compared to Ken, as well as the rest of the League. Meanwhile, Tsunade will be making preparations to raid an assault on Overhaul. However, since Deku, Shiggy, and company will want to preserve that partnership and that quirk, because Overhaul is a pretty insane quirk, as well as the quirk erasing stuff as well, they're going to help out Overhaul. Short order, it'll be an absolute massacre, mostly due to Mindbreaker, aka Deku. And Eri is unfortunately going to still be stuck in her personal hell due to Deku being a villain, further falling into feeling that her quirk is a curse and she'll never be free of Overhaul, and she's going to be stuck while being turned to bullets and being reassembled over and over again. Yeesh. You know how you would get the bad ending in certain RPG games? Yeah, this is definitely a bad ending. But some consequences have to happen when you make the protagonist a villain. Plus, Eri is safe in the actual MHA canon, so who cares? Anyways, the massacre includes people like Tsuyu, who would still probably take the internship with Ryuko, like in canon, along with Uraraka, who are both going to die. Now, I know what you're thinking, but hear me out. It is possible for Uraraka to still make it in, even if Deku doesn't save her in the canon timeline, and in turn she saves Deku, because that's how she got her rescue points. She could help out other people, which can cause her to earn rescue points, or something else entirely. I mean, if freaking Mineta and Toru got into Class 1A, why wouldn't Uraraka? It just wouldn't make any sense. Anyways, Deku and Shiggy mostly dealt all the damage to them, and, of course, Deku was able to get Murio's mind under his control before he absolutely crushes it. Oh yeah, and of course Tsunade will die because, well, you know, massacre. Also, the massacre will not go unnoticed at all, as it will make national news, and UA, along with the agencies themselves, will be a little bit under fire. And of course, the massacre shakes up 1A and 1B as well, because fellow students die. That's not good at all. And little do they know, it's going to get a lot worse once we get to the war arc. Shiggy and company go through the Redesper stuff, and Shiggy will become the menace he is currently if you're watching the anime. Then the war arc happens, and things are going to be very differently compared to canon, since 1, there's no one to inherit One for All, since it wasn't passed on as canon, and 2, since Deku is a villain and a menace himself, it's not gonna be good for the heroes at all. Shiggy and the rest of the villains will be dominating, and no one will be able to stop him since there's no one who can stand up to him. Not even Todoroki or Bakugo. Bakugo himself is trying to go one-on-one versus Shiggy, as Aizawa is erasing Shiggy's decay quirk, and we'll talk about how he will find a way to stop him, even though he is not really convinced of that himself. Shiggy will then say, "Oh, this is coming from the one who bullies those weaker than him. The one who has only had lackeys and not friends. You're no better than me. You couldn't even help yourself but to torture a quirkless kid for daring to have dreams of being a hero." Bakugo's eyes widen. "How do you know about that?" "I told him," a voice suddenly says, and is revealed to be Mindbreaker. "Mindbreaker? What's going on? How do you know about Deku?" Mindbreaker takes off his mask and reveals himself to be Deku. "Deku? What's going on? You haven't figured it out. I am Mindbreaker. I'm a villain, Kachan." You? A villain? But why?" Bakugo asks. "Simple. You made me this way. Or really, society made me this way. You and everyone else who spat on my dreams becoming a hero, all for what? Being quirkless? Meanwhile, people like you, who only care about power and glory, will get all the praise, while you show none of the traits what a hero should be, which is to save someone in need. All you care about is being the bad guys and winning. And did anyone stop you? No! Because you had this strong quirk. If I acted like that, I would have been reprimanded completely. But no, you had the strong quirk, so you got all the special treatment. Funny thing is, I have an even stronger quirk than yours, but I never knew because of my own father. What do you mean? You have a quirk? Yes, I do have a quirk, you ignoramus. It's a quirk that can control minds and even destroy them. However, I never knew because of my father. He told the doctor that I worked for under the internship for the entire year plus, told him to diagnose me as quirkless, to give me the reality of what the society is actually like. And you know what? As much as I hate him for that, he was right to do what he did. A society that can discriminate against you for having a quirk that is villainous, or a quirk that makes you look different, should not exist. A society that spits on you because you have a weak quirk or no quirk at all should not exist. This society should not exist and needs to be reset. That is why I chose to become a villain. I killed my mother, who helped shatter my dreams. I killed your lackeys, who helped you make my life a living hell. I killed your classmates, Sir Night-Eye, and all the other heroes when they tried to take out Overhaul. All under your nose while I was talking to you and acting like I actually still was the same old Deku. You killed Auntie Inko and... Yes, I did! Did you not listen, you numbskull? And you know what? When this is all over, I can present your dead body to your mom and dad, and then kill them for daring to birth the abomination that is you. To punish them for never bothering to reel you in for being an asshole. Actions have consequences, and theirs are going to be the cause of your death, and theirs as well. Bakugo's face becomes filled with rage, and he charges at the villain. Deku! However, Deku raises his hand, and Bakugo stops, for Deku has put a grip onto his mind, and Bakugo is now under his control. Aizawa, who has been sealing up Shiggy's decay quirk, debates whether or not he switches to Deku to stop him from potentially hurting Bakugo, but he does not get the chance, as his mind gets crushed from Izuku's other hand. Endeavor, who is badly hurt, tries to get up, but his mind is destroyed as well, and then Deku moves to Shoto's, whose mind is also crushed. Deku then speaks to Bakugo, who is still in a trance. You see that? My quirk has progressed nicely. I can crush people's minds and control them at the same time, and do it to multiple people at once. However, it seems a lot easier for me to crush multiple people's minds at once than control them. I guess it's because it's easier and a lot more fun to destroy rather than control. Deku's grin then turned sinister. However, controlling someone to destroy themselves is just as fun. So, how about you blast yourself as hard as you blasted me in middle school? Bakugo nods and he starts blasting himself with his quirk. He does this over and over again until Deku becomes bored. This is no longer entertaining. I enjoyed it for quite a bit, but it seems I can no longer really find entertainment in this. Oh well. Then Deku crushes his mind. In another lifetime, maybe I could have been the hero I wanted to be. Maybe there's another life where that happens. But it's not this life. And you only have yourself to blame. Actually, no. It's really society's fault. Oh well. Wow, you can be really scary, Shiggy says, looking at Deku with wide eyes. Is that a problem? Not at all, Shiggy says as he grins. Then he destroys a bunch of the city with his decay, and the villains will have won the war, destroy a bunch of Japan, and will free All For One. All For One congratulates the duo for their work, and Deku just grins as he feels his dark future will ironically be very, very bright for him. And that is going to be the end of this series. Thank you all for watching this series. Again, kind of ending it off with the villains kind of winning, but yeah, it's kind of what we've been expecting for a while. And honestly, this was a fun series overall since, again, I honestly, really liked how I kind of wrote Deku in this story. It's just unfortunate that I never really got to finishing him, but really, really fun story, and I'm glad this is finished. Drew, my editor, should be able to get out the compilation video for you guys to watch, and that should be uploaded within the coming days. And again, overall, I hope you guys enjoy the series overall. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, share the video. Shout out to our patrons and my $12 patrons, Tidwell and Night Slasher. They're on screen. If you want more shout outs like these, go to my Patreon, which is linked in the description. And overall, again, thank you all for watching. This has been your boy, the Anime State Sound. Peace or ha. Cutie outro. Bye-bye. Peace.
Still gonna fight for what I love, still gonna die for what I love, still gonna try, I won't give up, still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret, cause I've got something left, and I'm not giving in, I will not